What's up, people? Um, Hi. It's been a while. It's actually been a while since we streamed, almost a week. So I thought it was not that long, but I guess it makes sense because I streamed before I went back to work last week. Got 5 days off this week straight, so I'm getting a bunch of stuff done. Got to continue writing the Kiki Quest script and narrate that in the Edge episode coming up soon. So yeah, there's those two things, and then my episode 3 is still working. So we got Gojira Fan, we got GJB, we got Postasuka700, we got ACW 2020, we got Anzu Wiley and Anthony Manfred. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this Wednesday afternoon? I'm just kind of chilling. I just actually took a break a little bit earlier, and I was watching all the special features on the Godzilla King of the Monsters Blu-ray, so I was just enjoying that. Yo, says Luke Slagder. Hey, how you been? I've been good. I feel really good. You know, it feels nice to have a job and be getting money and stuff, so that feels nice. And I've been getting a lot of work done on, videos. Got a couple videos out that I'm pretty proud of. Not anything that I'm, because I was talking about in the last stream how, or the last stream or the stream before that, how there was some of the stuff I just didn't really feel like making, like some of the reviews and the talking about the new reveals for Eofauna. Those are just videos I just felt like I had to do out of obligation, but I feel like I've done a good job with the last couple videos. And Kiki Quest is coming out soon. I got another Edge video coming out soon on Edge's channel, but I'm going to be narrating it. And then episode 3 is on its way. So I had a science test and don't think I did well. That's a great feeling, man. It's a great feeling. Wait, what? How much have I missed? I didn't get the notification until just now. You know, so many people say that. Like last stream and the stream before that, people came into the beginning of the stream and they're like, how much did I miss? How long has it been going? And I'm like, it's been on for 2 minutes. You really didn't miss any. I don't. It says right at the bottom that how long the stream's been on, for how long I've been streaming. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Was watching Andy's dinosaur reviews, but as soon as I saw the notification, I clicked. Heck yeah, man! Are you afraid of spiders? Not really afraid of spiders. I used to be kind of afraid of spiders. I'm really grossed out by them. I think they're really creepy. I don't want them on me or anything, but I admire life, so it's I don't want to. I feel really cruel killing something like that. A lot of people just kill spiders just because they're in their house. I try to let them out of the house as much as I can. Sometimes I do have to resort to killing them, but it's in few scenarios. But yeah, I try to let them out most of the time. I don't like them. They're creepy. Sometimes they can be scary if they're really big. But for the most part, I'm not really afraid of them. I just don't like being around them, and I think that they have the right to live just like anything else. I just don't want them in the house. So if I see them, I try to get them out. Okay, Kiki, I'm going to be making my Safari Ltd 2020 wish list video on YouTube pretty soon. Cool, man. It's not like we're doing anything important. Hello, AidenZilla202. Did something to my Achilles heel, then had to run 300 yards, so I'm having a good day. That's fun. Yeah, your Achilles tendon is not fun to injure. Did you see It Chapter 2? No. Were you the one who asked me before? I know a lot of people were talking about It in the last stream, but I was saying how I don't like It. I just think it's kind of a dumb movie. But, you know, if you like it, then great. More power to you. Everybody has their own taste and stuff. It's just not my cup of tea, so I'm not going to see it. I didn't like the first one. From Australia, as soon as I was born, I had to sign a contract to be chill with spiders. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Pretty sure you guys have scorpions down there too, don't you? If you had to draw a realistic Godzilla, how would you draw him? It's kind of hard to describe how I'd draw something. Yeah, I don't know how I'd describe how I'd draw something. I don't know. I guess like this. This is a pretty realistic Godzilla. Pretty cool Godzilla. If I see a bug, I'll let it pass, but if I see it again, I show no mercy. Well, okay. What is your favorite dinosaurus? I think you mean dinosaur. My favorite dinosaur is the Yutyrannus. Yutyrannus are really cool. I think they just have a really cool and aesthetically pleasing head. And I really like that they are covered in feathers, and the fact that they may have lived with snow is really interesting. They just have a very interesting environment. So yeah, just overall, and they have a very similar body style to Allosaurus, but they have just a little bit more interesting stuff going on, including the feathers. So I really like Yutyrannus. Yutyrannus is by far my favorite dinosaur, but there's a couple other ones that are pretty close behind it. I've been getting a lot of requests to just do a top 10 favorite dinosaurs as period. So I really got to get on those lists. I was going to do a top 5 favorite omnivorous dinosaurs first. Technically, Ceratopsians should be in that group, but they've already been put on my herbivorous dinosaurs list. So I might do that top 5 omnivorous dinosaurs list, and then I'll do like a top 10 overall all dinosaurs list. Using, going off of the other lists, because I've always found it so hard to pick my favorites, because I just like to categorize them, and I feel like you can't compare certain animals to other ones. But with all the lists made, I can kind of go through and say, okay, what's the number 1 spot on my carnivorous list, number 1 spot on my herbivorous list, and omnivorous list, and which one do I like more, and I can just like slowly tick them down and order them. So if that's something you guys want to see, then definitely let me know in the comments right here. Hey Kiki, you blocked me on Discord and asked why on Instagram, but you blocked me. I don't mind being blocked, but I really have no idea why you did it, and have no idea what I did. If you really don't care, then why do you keep asking? That's my question to you. You should know exactly why I did that, and I'm not going to explain it. He doesn't really draw. He gets Caesar to draw stuff. Yeah, Caesar's much better at drawing, and he's much more into drawing. So I usually just go to him. I used to like drawing, but it's just, I don't like it anymore. I don't have the time for it. I prefer to put my creativity into, cinematic arts and stuff like that. That's just more of my thing. I'm not bad at drawing, but I'm not like really good at it either. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. So I'll just let other people do that, and I'll just do my thing. Hey Kiki, I have a confession. Unless it's 2D, I can't tell what 3D CGI creature are thinking and feeling from their expressions. For example, I'm very dumb when it comes to that. Or for some reason, I don't know why I said it, for example. For some reason, I'm very dumb when it comes to that. Unless it's 2D, I can't tell what 3D CGI creature are thinking and feeling from their expressions. I'm really confused what you mean by that. But maybe you could be a little bit more specific. Give me some examples. I'm having a little bit of difficulty of what you're trying to say. I don't know if you mean like cartoon 2D and 3D creatures. Maybe you're saying like if Godzilla was like a cartoon drawing, you could tell what his facial features are, because maybe they're more animated and like anime-like, where they're really obvious what the expressions are. Or and you're saying that like something like a 3D model in King of the Monsters, you can't really tell what Godzilla's thinking or feeling in those. I don't know if that's what you mean, or if you mean just like when you put on 3D glasses and you're looking at something. I don't know. You please explain it a little better. My science teacher spelled pteranodon. That's pretty bad. Only have scorpions that are dangerous in the outback. In the more lush regions where I was living, nah, they're pretty harmless. Fair enough. I got to leave school early today. That's pretty freaking awesome, man. Man, you and Binocular inspired me to make a Godzilla documentary style show I'm working on. So thanks for being cool. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, that's really awesome. I think that I know that there's I don't remember who they are. Is it Dangerville that's doing it? Somebody's doing like Walking with Godzilla documentary thing. I only saw the first episode. I don't know if any more of them is out, but that was a really cool concept. So yeah, there's some really cool things that you can do with Godzilla that are kind of related to some concepts we have in the DinoTube community that really haven't been done with Godzilla yet. So I think there's a lot of really cool potential there. Titan of Water, aren't we all dumb? Yeah, we all are in our own ways. We need Safari to make a Despleto next year. A Despleto would be pretty cool, but I want an Albertosaurus. I have a cold, and that sucks. Yeah, colds suck, man. Nice profile picture, though, by the way. What's it called? Battle at Big Rock was cool. I liked that. Whenever will you make your top 10 favorite dinosaur list? Will you shout me out? Are you the one that suggested that? Because I know if you did, I recognize your name, so I think you were the one that did that. Let me check right here, because I every time I do one of those lists, I go into my file here and I see who gave me the idea, and I do shout you out. So if you are the one who said that first, then yes, you are going to be shot. Yes, top 10 dino docs. You said top 10 dino documentaries, Anthony Manfred. That's what you were telling me. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, not the top 10 favorite dinosaur list. That one I've been asked a lot of times. I don't know if anybody in particular has told me that one. No, I just have that one on here under my own thing. Like I put that idea down first. So I don't think that I've written it down for anybody who suggested it to me. But I know a lot of people have been asking for it. But I did write you down for the dinosaur documentary one. A Papo Torvosaurus would be pretty dang cool. Yeah, what you said. Everyone else can tell, but I can't for some reason. I'm a bacca. I don't know. Maybe it's just because their faces aren't very human, you know, so it's a little bit more difficult for you. I can understand that. Everybody has, you know, their own challenges with certain things, so maybe you just don't have as easy of a time telling the emotions with other animals that aren't humans. I still have difficulty with that in some animals, but to me, yeah, I could definitely tell what Godzilla's kind of feeling and thinking for the most part inside of, like, King of the Monsters, for example. Anthony Manfred, don't ask for a shout out, friggin' earn it. There you go, Alamation. Tell him. Oh God, I need to catch up with this chat. 2 days until we raid Area 51, boys. Please, like, if anybody's in this chat actually is close enough and considering doing that, don't do that. You'll get shot and killed. Just get back into Chinese stuff. Okay. I have a runny and blocked nose. If I counted how many tissues I wasted, it would last light years. That's pretty crazy. Least favorite Jurassic Park or world movie? JWFK. It's the only Jurassic Park movie I don't like. I like them all to their own levels, but I don't like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. What do you think of new Mattel? I don't really pay attention to Mattel, so to be honest, I don't know what they're coming out with. All I know about is the Amber series thing because my friend Spino Dude has been showing me a lot of that stuff. I think they're cool. Not going to get any of them unless they make an Amber series like Super Articulated Indominus Rex. Then I might get that, but I don't follow Mattel, so I really can't tell you. They're just not my thing. I don't really care for like the whole, Jurassic Park toys line. I just don't. It's not my thing. I meant to say top 10 favorite dinosaur documentaries. Yeah. Well, then I definitely have you down for that. Too Late Already by Area 51. Rest in peace, Hadrosaur. Yeah, for Godzilla-mentary, I'm going to make a custom make, I think you mean custom made, a family of Titanus Behemoth for a hunting shot. That's going to be interesting. Godzilla's like hunting them or something. I agree with you about JWK. Yeah. So what's up? What's up, JW? I mean, not JW. I was thinking JWK. I read the comment from Postasukas, and then I mean J212. That's what your name is. My favorite movie is Valley of the Guanji. I don't know what that is. I think it's one of the older. Is that like the black and white one? You're wasting potential Minecraft streaming time. Wasted time. What, you mean like you streaming Minecraft streaming? Well, go for it, dude. You don't have to be here. I'm wasting your time. You got to get back to your blocks, boy. That's where life's really at. Not just some stupid kid sitting on his chair with a big hollow plastic triceratops he's fiddling with. Go do your Minecraft blocking. I wasn't so impressed with Battle at Big Rock only because I was promised a badass dinosaur battle between Allo and Nasudo. That's you. That's your problem. I'm going to be completely bluntly honest here. Everybody who's complaining about the fact that the Aloe and the Pseudo didn't fight, that's all your fault. You were giving in to people that made like videos that were saying, oh my God, it's going to be a big battle and this and that. Like they never once advertised it as being a battle between Pseudoceratops and Allosaurus. If they did, then please correct me. But I have not. I've been following that fairly consistently because after Spino Dude told me about it, I was actually looking at some of the stuff because I was very interested in it. And yeah, that never promised that. But I really like what we got. I think it was really cool. But if it's not your thing, then that's totally cool too. I'm redoing my channel, so fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. Is Rugops a hunter or a scavenger? I don't know. Well, most likely both. It probably went back and forth between both. I don't think it was primarily a scavenger because just its body build, it was really committed to having a powerful bite, and it didn't have really like any or anything. It just seems like something more of a hunter would do. But who knows? Did you know what the battle at Big Rock Allosaurus was? Did you know that the battle at Big Rock Allosaurus was animatronic? Which one was animatronic? I never saw anything animatronic. You know, Colin Trevorrow was amazing with his animatronics. J.A. Bayona was terrible. Like, it was really bluntly obvious when they were using an animatronic. Like, almost every time they used it, I was, like, completely aware that they were doing it, except for the Indoraptor. They did a fairly good job with the Indoraptor. Blue and Rexy were bad. They didn't, you know, it wasn't very well concealed. But in the first Jurassic World movie, I mean, I thought that, like, it was incredible how real the Indominus looked when she was, like, peeking underneath the car looking at Owen, or not looking at him, but like kind of sniffing for him. She looks so real there. That could have been an animatronic, and I would totally believe you if you told me that. The Apatosaurus just melded in with everything. They did an amazing job with all the animatronics in that movie. They did an amazing job in Battle at Big Rock because I never once could distinctly tell an animatronic out. So Colin Trevorrow, he knows what he's doing to keep a consistent look and make everything feel like a consistent experience. So I'm really happy that he's really proven himself again to me because I love Colin Trevorrow. I think he does a really amazing job with the Jurassic World stuff. Oh, God, there's so much stuff to catch up on. Bro, Minecraft is lame balls. Play Gears of War or something. Ogie, let's calm down, man. Let's just not get on the verge of using inappropriate body parts to describe things, okay? No, I said you should be playing Minecraft instead of streaming since that it's a waste of precious Minecraft time. I'll pass, thanks. I'm at Morrison Museum right now. That's pretty sweet, man. Why you stream now? Because I felt like it, and I have free time right now. All predators are opportunistic. Exactly. Just like most herbivores actually aren't purely herbivorous. All predators, and I read that. You know what? That's true what you said, Kiki. I just expected it from the title. Don't get me wrong. I liked the film. It was very reminiscent of Lost World. It had some cool references to it. I don't think it was super reminiscent of it, besides like some like the fact that there's a dinosaur like off the island or whatever. But yeah, I definitely like. You gotta realize that sometimes you just can't listen to a lot of the people that try to overhype up these things because they'll just give you false expectations. I've fallen into that thing before. You know, I've had that happen to me with movies I really like and stuff, or I was really excited for. So just don't listen to all that stuff. You know, and the Jurassic World community or Jurassic Park community in general is just really bad about that kind of stuff. So you know, just try to stay level-headed and really just pay attention to the base facts, and I think you'll have a much better experience. And also, don't watch all the trailers and spoil everything for yourself. Just kind of sit back and enjoy everything. Valley of Gwangi is a Ray Harryhausen film. If you don't know who he is, he was claymation artist. Okay, so it was one of those like black and white films then. What the hell, Kiki? We have a life, you know? Well, then don't do this. Just don't watch my thing. I'm not forcing you to watch this. If you want to watch it, then watch it. Oh, God, there's so much to catch up. I cringe so much when my teachers try to tell us about dinosaurs and use outdated facts. Yeah, it's pretty much every time they talk about dinosaurs. For the battle at Big Rock, they put CGI over some of the animatronic stuff, making it look really good. Yeah, that's what they did inside Jurassic World as well. Like, that's why you couldn't really tell that the Apatosaurus was animatronic. You couldn't really tell that the raptors that were in like the head case things at the paddock, when they had them all inside, like their heads like in the enclosed things, and they were like talking to him there. That was animatronics underneath that, or puppets, I should say. Kiki Quest episode 2. Yeah, I'm actually writing the narration for it. So, hey Kiki, have you ever watched Stranger Things? My brother, my second youngest brother, Kynan, he loves that. My whole family loves that. I've been recommended to it by like all my friends, and he's been the most active one. My brother Kynan, he's been so active in trying to get me to watch it. One, I just don't want to commit to watching an entire show. I just think it's a lot of, and I get sucked into it, and it'll just take up too much of my time. And honestly, I'm not super interested in it. I think it sounds cool, but if I'm being honest, I might never end up watching it. But yeah. Remind me of Lost World because the huge theropod attacking a trailer really felt like the research-based kind of thing. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that on a base level. I don't think it's too much like the Lost World, though. Why are you forcing me to watch this with your mind control powers? Don't tell them that that's why you're watching. You just gave it away, dude. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. I can see how the dinosaurs can cause some chaos, but I don't understand why JW is advertising it as some apocalypse. Yet again, you're listening to some other thing or something, because they're not advertising it as an apocalypse. Like they're just advertising it as like, these are now animals that we're living with. Like they're just like every other animal, but they have a way bigger of an impact to how we're living. And so we now live with animals, or dinosaurs. So it's a world we live with dinosaurs, but I never once got the feeling like, oh my God, it's the zombie apocalypse. Like nobody was hiding in their houses with all the windows boarded up and saying like, oh no, there's another dinosaur stealing my mail out there. That's not what's happening. Are you satisfied with Story LTD this year, or do you think that there are some things they could have done better? Oh yeah, there's definitely things they could have done better. I'm satisfied with them. Satisfied with them overall. The Styracosaurus is quite disappointing in my opinion. The Pteranodon is quite disappointing in my opinion. The Spinosaurus was a big mistake. And the Carnotaurus was an utter failure in my eyes. I just think they completely dropped the ball on depicting that animal realistically. But overall, I really liked this year, and I think they do a really great job. And they really do listen to their fans. So there's a lot of really great stuff going on over at Safari. So they listened with a lot of things. I just think that maybe they need to crack down on getting on Doug Watson more, because Doug Watson still struggles with the with theropods. Like he really struggles. Like his strong suit is definitely sauropods and ceratopsians. He does a really great job with those. But with theropods, definitely I think Forrest Rogers was much better at getting the accuracy down and the body structure of the animals. I wish that she'd come back and start sculpting some more stuff, but I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, that's my basic opinions on it. Stranger Things with dinosaurs. Now that's where it's at, boys. That sounds too strange. Beta chunk male jaw muscles was rather weak. Which one? The Allosaurus? Is that what you're talking about? My gosh. Okay. There's so much going on. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. I wish for the day you can edit text on a stream if you make a mistake. I know, right? That's really annoying that you can't edit them, but I can understand why they do that, because they don't want to like have you go back. Like, there's a lot of things like that. It's like, when your message gets like, for example, I commented a silly message like as a joke on one of Gibson's videos recently, and he hearted it and pinned it. But then I saw a spelling error in it, and it annoyed me, so I edited it. But then it unhearted it and pinned it from his thing, and I was like, oh. And I understand why they do that, because think about it like this. If somebody put a comment saying like, oh my God, I love your content, this and that, and whatever, and then a creator hearts it and pins it, then, especially for bigger creators, they can't like just constantly keep up to date on all the comments. And then if that person goes back and edits it, and then they start putting some like really racist remark or something, or trying to trick them into it, like they put something, let's just say like Hail Hitler, and they're putting all these like swastika symbols on there or something crazy. Like they could do that, and they could edit it and leave that pinned comment. Then it makes the creator look really bad. So they make it so it's unpinned and unhearted if you edit it at all. So you can still edit it, but it does that. And so I think that's kind of the same reason why they don't let you do it in streams, is so that you like, when you're watching a stream back, for instance, you know, like the message doesn't look different from what like if I read somebody's comment and I replied to it, but they change it in a way that makes it sound like I'm saying something that's really bad because I'm like maybe agreeing with child abuse or something because they edited their thing. I think that's why YouTube does it. They try to avoid having that that ability to twist things on the creator and stuff like that. I think that's why they don't allow that. But I totally feel you. For people that obviously aren't going to do anything bad like that, it is a little bit annoying. But you know, I understand why they're doing it. Yeah, I know, right? Goes, you're a fan. I never thought it was a dino apocalypse, more of an outbreak that was that's now become of nature, although the food chain's kind of fricked. Yeah, it's definitely a problem. What's wrong with the Pteranodon, you menace? I don't know what you're talking about with the Pteranodon. Maybe you're replying to somebody else. I got your Mesozoic Isle merch and wore it to school, and I was like, 3 people commented on. Wow, which one did you get again? Oh, did you get the red tooth shirt? Is that what you got? Because I never got an email telling me that that was purchased. I'll have to go and check through like the actual website because it didn't send me an email, which is weird. I'm working on a marmot hybrid you recommended. Are you serious? Oof. How is MI, Kiki Riki? Just call me Kiki, you silly mad lad. What was it? Oh yeah, how is MI? Yeah, I said earlier that I'm still working on it. I'm just right now I'm pushing it off to the side a little bit because I want to finish the narration for Edge's video, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to finish the narration for Kiki Quest episode 2 because that's all done. I just need to narrate it, and so I'm just going to knock those 2 out because I've been having I've had this script. It gives Destin from Edge redid the script like a while ago. But I've had the script for this video for a long time, and I've been so busy that I haven't been able to do it. So I really owe it to him, and he asked me to get it to him by the before the end of this weekend, and it just lined up perfectly. I have this big gap, so I'm really trying to get that to him because he's you know he needs that video. So yeah, Mesozoic Isle is taking a little bit of a back seat for right now, but after I get that stuff done, I'm going straight back into editing that. I live in Kansas, so Pteranodon and Tylosaurus, my state fossils. That's pretty cool, man. I just got spoiled CD Allosaurus 1999 Pteranodon and 2017 Giganosaurus at the museum. They're all great. Cool. I'm trying to catch up with the cat. I comment arson in Minecraft and burned a village because they had no blacksmith. Yeah, that's when they don't have a blacksmith. You just gotta murder them all. That's the appropriate response. I'm reverting back to animation for now and some personal projects I hope you could like. Oh, cool. I'll definitely be. I'm still subscribed, so I'll definitely check out to see what you have going on. What year were you born? Just so I figure out which animal you have on the Chinese zodiac. I was born in 1999. Like, are you saying like it's the year of like I think it's like year of the chicken, year of the pig? Are you talking about that? So is that what the Chinese zodiac is? I think that's what it is. Please tell me what I am. I'm very interested. Edge is such an awesome channel and makes good content, though I always forget the acronym. Yeah, Edge is awesome. Edge is freaking awesome. Do it, moo it, sue it, blew it, crew it, blew it, knew it. Kiki is a rabbit. Oh, I mean, you're the rabbit. That's cool. That's cool. Rabbits are wiggly. Your pet fish is moving. They are stancing. Yes, and it's really green because the algae's building up a little bit again. I have to do a water change on it today, so that's gonna hopefully be better by the next stream that you guys see it. Year of the chicken. My thoughts on Safari LTD 2019. That's just kind of isolated. I don't know what you're saying there. I'm a pig. Just saying that out of context. Like if you don't know that we're talking about the Chinese zodiac thing, that sounds really funny. What's the animal for 2007? I don't know. Hadrosaur, what's the animal for 2007? I'm the year of the monkey. Would make sense if you got to know me personality. Kiki's element is earth. Oh, that I like that. I like that. Volunteering here at the Morrison is great. Dope. Yeah, good job, prehistoric dinosaur. I read what you said, Titan of Water, but let's try to avoid doing it. I appreciate that you You censored it though, but let's just try to avoid doing that too much. Thank you. You're not in trouble or anything. I'm not going to get in trouble. Oh, what I mean is that thing the wrote before, my thoughts on that sort of thing about the Styracosaurus and stuff. Oh, did I miss that? Did I miss your comment about the Styracosaurus? So many comments. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I don't see anything you wrote about the Styracosaurus. Huh, I don't see anything. I'm here every Wednesday, so if you have another free day, you know. Yeah, I'll definitely try to hang out there sometime. I definitely want to go to the Morrison Museum and film some Kiki Quest, so maybe I can line it up with a Wednesday. Wait, Kiki, I heard you mention the favorite coast, Iraq, is the most accurate. Well, like accurate of like the smaller ones. I think that the Collecta Styracosaurus is a little bit more accurate, like the big one. But it wouldn't be the Safari 2019. I understand it's not being the Collecta. I understand it not being the Collecta 2018 though. I actually think that one's probably the best. The Safari one's definitely not the most accurate, for sure. 100% it's not. Like that, the head is the main issue with that, and that's why I don't really like that one. Because like if you mess up the head of a ceratopsian, you basically mess up the whole thing. Like the body style is like that's a small thing, right? It's mostly the head is really what makes the ceratopsian the ceratopsian. The head shape is slightly off. The horn is definitely off the nasal horn. The frill shape is actually incorrect. The number of horns on the frill is incorrect. The shape of the horns, especially on the top, is very incorrect. There's the missing forward-pointing horns at the very top. There's just a lot of problems with it, and then the way its face looks, I'm just not a huge fan of. So yeah, I don't really like that one. I was born in the year of the snake, and my element is metal. That's pretty intense, bro. You're pumping iron. Since a sketchy, pun intended, Safari Giga repaint was silver in color, I'm trying to make a short film about him. His nickname is Silver Dollar. Oh, that's a pretty interesting nickname. Yeah, the massive Collecta Styrac is actually pretty cool. The Collecta one is too large, and I don't like its lower beak. It's far too hooked. Yeah, I was totally with you on that, except you're wrong, because it's accurate. Styracosaurus had a stupidly hooked bottom beak. Like, it's crazy. Like, look up pictures of its skull, dude. It's crazy. It actually is like that. And I agree with you on the size thing, though. Like, I wish it was smaller for sure. I would have definitely been more into it. But yeah, it's actually, like, it's really accurate. It's a really accurate figure. And it would be a nice thing to put up if I was a big fan of Styracosaurus. I'm not really that big fan of Styracosaurus. I'm not going to get it. But by the way, have any of you guys pledged to support Beasts of the Mesozoic? I've already put my pledge in for the stuff. I'm waiting. Because you want to, if you're even thinking about pledging and supporting Beasts of the Mesozoic's Kickstarter, try to back it as soon as possible. You don't pay until the end of the campaign, so 29 days from now. You pay at the very end. So just put in your support right now, because that'll help us reach the stretch goals. Once we reach the certain amount of money that allows us to unlock more figures that are going to be produced, then you can actually switch your tier. Before the thing is over, you can actually switch your tier around and what you want to get a reward of. But like, let's say, for instance, you get the Styracosaurus or something like that. I think it's like $65 or something for the Styracosaurus. If you pick that one and you support it, and then we hit like $300,000 supported for the Kickstarter, but you really wanted to get the Nasutoceratops for, like, let's just say, for example, you wanted the Nasutoceratops, but you kind of like the Styracosaurus. You put the money in for the Styracosaurus. Once the Nasutoceratops comes out, let's say it's the same price as the Styracosaurus, then you would just switch over to the Nasutoceratops, and before the campaign ends, and you actually get the Nasutoceratops. So if you support it earlier, then you're going to be helping us to unlock those other things, so we actually can get those animals, and you can switch over to it and whatnot. So I supported the Triceratops one, because Triceratops is my favorite ceratopsian. So I'm backing that one, and I'm waiting to see if we get the adult Triceratops. If we get the adult one, I'm going to switch over to that one and get that one. So yeah, that'll be my, well, it probably won't be my first Beast of Mesozoic figure, because they're going to come out, September of next year, so a year from now. I'll probably get my Raptors before then, which I hope to get soon. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be supporting the project. So I hope you guys are as well. Since I'm doing animation again, what would you like to see? I don't know. I'd like to see you make an actual series out of animation. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like you'd have a lot more freedom with what you can do creativity wise. You're not just limited to figures and stuff like that. And I think it'd be really cool to see what you could pull off. I'm sorry for the dogs barking. I don't know what the heck. Give me a second. Let me see if I can shut them up because I think they're just whining because my sister left. So. Yeah, they were just sad because my sister left and they were whining about it. It's all good now, though. Yeah, if you don't have the money, that's understandable. Come to the dark side. We can bring dinosaurs back to life. No. Well, that's on Safari LTD 2019 Styracosaurus horn is a little too short. The Carno and Spinosaurus are nearly completely wrong. Yeah, and the Chimera's back stripes should have gone all the way up his neck. I actually really like it without the stripes going all the way up the neck. I think it's kind of cool. The Chimerasaurus is definitely one I really love. But I can understand if you'd rather have the stripes go up the neck. Financial yeeshness. That's fair enough. So I can't get the Kickstarter exclusive Monoclonius, which is the one I wanted. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel it. I googled beasts of the Mesozoic ceratopsians, and my video's thumbnail and link was the 4th image on the search, and as well as the first. Well, oh my god, it keeps scooting up as the first video on the video section of the main page. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. Guess they were sad that your sister left MI. No, I think she took some of my siblings and were driving away. They just complain whenever that happens. Yeah, because they want to go. What if you woke up surrounded by Safari 2019 Carnos? Well, I know that my life has come to an end. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Dinosaurus, the paleontologist? It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. Out of the kaiju roars, what did you think a T-Rex would have sounded like? I think Anguirus 55. Out of kaiju roars, probably like a Godzillasaurus or something. I don't know. I've never thought of that before. I don't know what you're just putting like a little grid there of like all the different years. That's pretty cool. Wait, the Trike and Sirocco will be available after the Kickstarter though, right? Otherwise they would be Kickstarter exclusive, or am I wrong? The only Kickstarter exclusive is the Monoclonius. All the rest of them will be out after, but we have to support the project in order to give them the funds so they can actually produce them and they can be sold. So yeah, no, I have I heard the Darth Tyrannus. Why did you delete a stream after you're done? Why do you delete a stream after you're done? I don't. There's a playlist called Stream Collection, and that's where all the playlists go. I leave them up for like a day after the stream goes up so people can rewatch them, and then I put them in the Stream Collection thing. If you want to go back and rewatch streams, they're in the Stream playlist. The playlist actually linked in the description of this video. So in the description of the live streams, I put the stream playlist link down there. So check that out. With the Force, he was able to bring dinosaurs to life. Technically, the rat comes first in the Zodiac. Really? That's interesting. They're just unlisted. Yeah, they're just unlisted. Yeah, so I hide them because they don't have like nice thumbnails or anything. I don't want a bunch of streams just clouding up the video things. So when you go to the videos, you just see my normal videos, and then the streams, you know, they're temporary things and more of a live interaction thing. So I don't think there's as much rewatching value there. There is some, but that's why I save them into the playlist so you can go back and watch them if you really want to. And that's why there's, but I unlist them, so it just makes the channel video page look prettier. Nobody. Kickstarters, pay us and we give you dinosaurs. I'll probably pledge once my parents have jobs again soon, so I will pledge probably the Zuni price. Yeah, the Zuni is pretty cool. So if you ever get enough money to be able to do that, obviously taking care of yourself and your family is the top priority. So figures, they can wait, man. But if you ever do it, then yeah, you might even get more options around the Zuni price range once we actually hit more stretch goals. So, I love Styracosaurus. It's one of the main dinosaurs in the Anacaliganosaurus. Yeah. I also think that 2019 Stego coloration is way too boring and drab. I love it. So many people say that they don't like that color scheme, but I think it's really nice. I like it a lot. The Allosaurus is too bulky. I do agree with that. Assuming it is actually Allosaurus A fragilis. Well, even if it's supposed to be A maximus, it's still way too bulky. The torso is just not an Allosaurus body type at all. Year would have been better if Forrest Rogers helped out. I totally agree. I'll be honest, I totally agree. I am a walking with dinosaurs type style comic called Dinosaur Revival. Fortunately, his apprentice took. You just keep going with this story, don't you? Sorry, Carno was the ugly red sprinting one, right? The ugly red sprinting one. Well, it's orange. It's got an orange head and it's got a brown green torso. And yeah, I think that's the one that you're talking about. Unfortunately, his apprentice. Styracosaurus or Sinoceratops? Styracosaurus. I love all dinosaurs. There's only one dinosaur I don't like, and that's Spinosaurus. I used to love Spinosaurus. One was my favorite dinosaurs, but yeah, I don't like Spinosaurus. Because the reason I don't like Spinosaurus is because it's not fun to talk about anymore. And when a dinosaur doesn't become fun to talk about anymore, it's really hard to like it. And that's mostly the people's fault. Like the mass public, the ridiculously naive scientists that are putting their brains into this work that just really annoy the heck out of me, because there's just so many facts that are just really blatantly obvious and people just trying to twist things out of proportion. And so I just hate talking about it. I hate talking about Spinosaurus, and that's why I don't like it. But there's two ceratopsians that come close to me not liking them. They just mostly really annoy me, and that's Sinoceratops and Pentaceratops. I just think Pentaceratops is really overrated. I don't know why everybody likes it. If you like it, then great. I'm glad that you see what's great about it. I don't. The name is really stupid because it doesn't have 5 horns. But I think it's just really weird, and I don't like the way it looks. I think it's aesthetically unpleasing. And Sinoceratops really just annoys me most because of JWFK and that whole thing. It just kind of really annoys me. I still like them both, but they're kind of close to me not liking them. So yeah, definitely pick Styracosaurus over Sinoceratops. JP3 is a little inconsistent with the Lost World J.R. Park via the Pteranodons. Yeah, there's a lot of continuity problems in the Jurassic Park franchise. I actually really like the Beast of the Mesozoic. Yeah, I really love that too. Probably my favorite. Also, gosh darn it, people, every single Beast of the Mesozoic Ceratops paint is awesome. Yeah, they're really good. There's some of them I really don't care for. The Chasmosaurus is a little weird. The Wendy and the... What's the other one? Is it the Wendy and the... In that one big group shot, there's the Wendy and the one to the right of it. Those ones, I don't really like their colors. I'd love to support for either the Pentaceratops or the Torosaurus if I had the money. Yeah, the Torosaurus is one I'm looking into as well to see if that'll go. You shall be banned from this community, Pokesaurus. What did he say? JP had a pretty accurate Spinosaurus. That's clearly a joke. I will find you and I will respect your opinion. Hey, I appreciate that, Godzilla King of Kaiju. The dogs are at it again. Oh, they were? I cloud out background noise so much because I'm so used to that crap. I think the Spino is overrated, to be honest, but it's still cool to have one every once in a bit in films and shows. I think Spinosaurus is really awesome and deserves its status. It's a very unique animal. I just think most people just think of it in the wrong light. They're always like, ooh, Spinosaurus versus T-Rex, Spinosaurus versus this and that, Spinosaurus versus this. It's like Spinosaurus is an elegant, beautiful animal that would have been feeding upon fish and stuff. Why does everybody have to just pit them? And it's just human nature. They just want to see everything fight. And I don't understand why everybody just has to pit Spinosaurus up against everything and make this like mentality of making it into something it's just not. And that's just my main problem with it. I love Spinosaurus. I think it's very deserving of the popularity because it's a very interesting animal, and I'd love to be able to talk about it more if it wasn't so rage-inducing. But that's just unfortunately how it is right now because people can be stupid. And I'm not calling anybody in the chat stupid right now, but I'm just saying in general, just the whole mass confusion is just ridiculous. Pentaceratops is overrated, baby of a trike and a Casmo. I think, yeah, I guess it's kind of a good analogy to describe it. Pentaceratops is pretty much Godzilla of the dinosaur world in terms of naming. I don't understand your reference towards Godzilla in terms of naming, because Godzilla is a really cool name. Pentaceratops just makes no sense. Gosh, J212, you have way too much energy for me right now. What's going on with the dinosaur tournaments yet again? I gotta wait for Mesozoic Isle to get me a little bit of a gap. So I'm trying to see if I can squeeze it in between them there. So we'll see how that works out. What did you think of axolotls? And also, I have one. Axolotls are really cool. I think your axolotls are really cool. Dodo plus Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dodo Rex. Oh God, that is a great concept, but it just reminds me of Ark. And yeah. I thought Spino fought Sarcosuchus. Well, Sarcosuchus most likely did live at the same time as Spinosaurus. We don't have any direct, like, exact time correlation there, but it's quite likely that they possibly lived at the same time. So that could have been something that happened. It definitely lived with Suchomimus, though. Definitely with Suchomimus. Yeah, I think Pentaceratops is really overrated, if I'm being honest. That's just my opinion. But if you really like it, then cool. My philosophy is always like, hey, if you find joy in it, awesome. I wish I could too. I just find Pentaceratops annoying. Yeah, they kept the name because they liked it. Oh, well, they kept the name because it was given to it, and that's just how naming dinosaurs work. But whoever gave the name to it was an idiot because it doesn't have 5 horns. And if you're counting the things on its frill as horns, then it has way more than that. You take care now. See ya, Pokesaurus. We did hear the dogs there. The only animal to never reach adulthood. That's not true. That's not true. Axolotls are the only animal to never reach adulthood. I think what you mean is that they're very neotenic, and in terms of amphibians, they're one of the few that actually don't fully metamorphosize into a terrestrial capable animal. They are adults because adulthood is defined by maturity. If they're able to sexually reproduce, then they're an adult. So they're just neotenic and a neotenic animal, in the fact that they just do not fully metamorphosize into a terrestrial form. Bye, Kiki. I'm going to go now. Okay, see ya, Anthony Manfred. Thanks for joining in, man. Sad Pentaceratops noises. Cancer-proof man babies. Oh, yeah, man. Sternberg. The dogs are fighting to the death. That is what they're doing. I think what they're just doing is just screaming. I think my mom went to go get food or something, and they just screamed some more. I know that there are dinos bigger than the T-Rex, but I forgot. Well, pretty much most sauropods are bigger. Giganotosaurus and Spinosaurus are both bigger than the T-Rex in terms of overall volume. Tyrannosaurus is a little heavier than possibly both of them, but at least Giganotosaurus is heavier than him. Yeah, there's some pretty big theropods out there. Yes, Kiki, that is what I mean, and I don't have enough characters to type in this chat. I did know that. I had a feeling you would correct me. Yeah, I think well, either way, I think you just maybe didn't know the terms, or you're just trying to get the point across. But I understand what you're trying to say. I will try to bring out the best of Pentaceratops and out of the Mesozoic, and I may even kill one for your happiness, Kiki. That's funny. Well, cool. I just visually, it's not my thing. But if you can make me like it, then cool. I have remixed royalty free. Well, I do like it. I guess I don't really like it, but I don't dislike it. So it's just kind of like, whatever. It's kind of annoying because I just don't really care for. I don't understand the popularity, but the reason why Pentaceratops is given the name is scientifically due to its bigger equijugal bones. Yeah, I know why they gave it to it. I still think it's stupid. Wasn't Giga lighter than Rex? That's literally what I just said. Kiki, I'm going to go now. Okay, Anthony Manfred, bye. I saw your comment earlier, and I said bye then. Do you own the Eofauna Giganotosaurus? Yes, I do. It's very cool. I love that figure. Well, I had forgotten the word neotenic or whatever it is. Yeah, but neotenic just means it retains more adolescent or juvenile features and traits. It doesn't mean that they're actually not an adult. But I do agree with Sinoceratops being super annoying when it comes to idiots mixing with Pachyuranosaurus. Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm annoyed with it too. Also, I'm just kind of like seeing it everywhere now, and just like people just throwing the name around on things that really don't need to have that name. Whenever Kiki gets done with a video, a Pentaceratops will die. Who is bigger, Tyrannotitan or Tyrannosaurus Rex? Oh, Tyrannosaurus Rex is way bigger than Tyrannotitan. Tyrannotitan is not that big. It's smaller than Carcharodontosaurus and Mapusaurus. Mapusaurus, well, no, actually, it's probably similar. It's very similar to Mapusaurus. Mapusaurus was only like 35 feet long around there. So, yeah. I even heckin' kill it with your favorite animal, and my favorite too, Allosaurus. Well, Allosaurus is not my favorite animal, but Eutyranus is. And why are you spoiling everything? Carnotaurus versus Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus. Do people call Pentaceratops penties? I call them that. That's a really silly nickname. I'm going to call it that just because it sounds kind of stupid. Penties, it almost sounds like panties. I like it, though. I like it. I think it's a silly name. Is legitimately just an Asian knockoff of Centrosaurus, and it used less flesh for the frill holes. Yeah. It's not really that super interesting. I think that people that just like it are like, oh, it's Chinese, or oh, it's in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I don't know. That's just my thing. I know that the Raptors and JP had a body based on a different body, but I forgot which one. I think you're meaning Utah Raptors and Deinonychus or something like that. Penties shall rise. A Penties Panties Utah Raptor. Yeah, there you go. Chat just deeded. I like the Beast of the Mesozoic Sinoceratops, but it's Fallen Kingdom's fault for making it confused with Pachyrhino. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the one from Beast of the Mesozoic doesn't look too bad. I think that its colors are a little conflicting, though, if I'm being honest. The green and the red just really don't go with each other very well, in my opinion. I think that's kind of bothersome. But, yes, how do you spell it? Utah Raptor. Godzilla King of Kaiju put it up there. Or are you talking about Deinonychus? Let me try to type it out. I think that's how you spell it. Deinonychus, you spell it that way. Who would win? Allo versus Carno. Oh, Allosaurus. Carnotaurus is it's a fairly long animal that's comparable to an Allosaurus, but it is It is not built for fighting. Like, it's not built for fighting. It's an ambush predator. It was eating things smaller than itself. It was not going after big animals. If you learn anything about the anatomy of it, if you want to learn anything about it, look up Trade the Explainer's video. He does a fantastic job explaining why Carnotaurus is such a unique and fascinating animal. It was eating things much smaller than itself. Its head could even flex and expand like a python, and it could swallow things whole. It was definitely going after very small animals. It was not built to fight anything of substantial size. Allosaurus, on the other hand, was built to battle with some things of fairly substantial size and even bigger than itself, like sauropods and stuff like that. It would demolish a Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus does not belong in a fight like that at all. I'm changing my name on Dino Nation to Penties now. Thanks, YouTube. Well, the Raptors and JP are based on Deinonychus, but they were too big. But Dr. Kirkman found Utah Raptors shortly after, so they just justified their Raptors with that discovery. Yeah, they all just did that. Geez, Allosaurus sounds like a toxic player. Allosaurus was a beast. That was like the most badass dinosaur of all time. They were really cool. Just really hardy, just taking out everything. Like, Allosaurus are really cool animals. Okay, could a human escape or survive an attack from Deinonychus like in JP? I mean, if people can escape attack from a bear, I'm sure they can escape an attack from a Deinonychus. Carnotaurus more like Voratus or something. Okay, I don't know. Yes, it makes an awesome video on Carno. Yeah, Trey really did. When are Dinotube Awards gonna be again? Okay, if anybody, I'm gonna just clear this up really quick. Dinotube Awards. If you don't know what it is a series made by Camo. He's done it multiple years where he gives like awards out to the community and stuff like that. I don't know why a bunch of people. I've been asked this like 3 times on 2 on a stream and 1 over Discord DMs recently. I don't know why everybody thinks I know. I'm not Cameron. You need to go ask him. I have nothing to do with Dinotube Awards. I don't really want anything to do with it, to be honest. It's not my responsibility, so I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask. So if anybody else is wondering, it's your friend or something, please let them know. Stop coming to me. I don't have an answer for you. But go to Cameron. He does things every once in a while. Message him on Discord. Spam him on Instagram. Message him comment on one of his videos. I don't know. Just go to him, not me. Allosaurus versus Rugops. That's not even a fight. Yet again, Rugops is just tiny compared to it. Let's not do all these fights. The fights are just not. Hypothetically speaking, 3 Allos versus a T-Rex, that's overkill. A T-Rex doesn't stand much of a chance against 3 Allosaurus. 1 Allosaurus could stand a fairly good chance against a T-Rex. I mean, come on. 2 Allosaurus is where I think it's going to be more fair, but I think that 1 Allosaurus is giving T-Rex is definitely going to win that, but it would stand a pretty good chance. If it's 2 Allosaurus, then I think that the Allosaurus definitely have a way better chance of killing the T-Rex than the T-Rex is killing the Allosaurus. So it's just, there's a little gray area. It's not really that great of a matchup. These animals are not built for just like, these hypothetical matchups where you just mash them together. They're really interesting animals that are designed to live in ecosystems and stuff like that. They're not just battling machines. So I don't think it's really, the most, it's not the most interesting way of putting all this stuff together. Just say like, which was this animal versus this animal. Allosaurus versus Alberto. That's an even fight. I don't think it's necessarily super even, but I think it's a much more fair fight. I think Allo versus Alberto. Hey, Dino Man's here. Me rewatching When Dinosaurs Roamed America, although for one of them, the darkest pit of hell has opened the swallow of the hole. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is the last Apato scene. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Although for one of them, the darkest pit of hell has been opened to swallow them whole. Best not to keep the devil waiting. This is the last Apato scene. I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, life is not just about fighting. That's like a human concept, just pitting everything against each other. If you see Primal, try not to get triggered by the inaccuracies. There are bat-human hybrids and giant spiders. I mean, yeah, they have humans in there. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, well, obviously it's just a fantasy thing. It's just science fiction, so just get over that initially and just enjoy the thing. Hey, Dino Hand, it's Dino Hand. What about Godzilla versus a sparrow? Oh, does Godzilla stand much of a chance? I spent 15 years of existence without seeing When Dinosaurs Roamed America. That's sad. Worth the wait, yeah. When the Pato falls over, FANF reference, Primal looks awesome. Well, I mean, the Sparrow is going to use atomic blank to kill Godzilla easily done. Will you see it, Kiki? I don't know. Probably not, because I don't really have time to commit to a show. But if I ever find an easy way of watching it, then maybe. Have you ever just fused two things together from random shows? I fused a... Okay. That Sparrow's gonna heckin' yeet Godzilla. Gosh dang it, I'm late because I had to study for a test. Hey, that's important stuff. Why people put fights when we should all know Shaggy is the strongest? Remember the tree creeper from Primeval? Not really, but cool. I think it's pretty obvious the Sparrow would destroy that Godzilla. Oh, yeah. Dude, the Pato falling over inspired so many childhood play sessions. Same, bro. You're more important to me, Aid. The tests are important. You got to get through life, man. You got to get through life. School is an obstacle, and you got to get through it. In my opinion, the PNSO Giganosaurus looks more like a Mapusaurus to me. It looks nothing like a Mapusaurus. It looks like a Carcharodontosaurus. The Vitae Giga looks like a Mapusaurus. Mapusaurus had like really big allosaurine type crests that are on there. This one does not look like a Mapusaurus. I think it looks like a Carcharodontosaurus. It has way too slim of a head, way too subtle of a nasal ridge and crest on the top of its head. It looks more like a Carcharodontosaurus to me. I haven't watched Primeval. It's such a memorable scene. It really is. Bruh, your life. What's the Sparrow? I'm out of the loop. It's just Dynaman made one of the best fights of all time. A Sparrow, just a normal Sparrow versus Godzilla. And obviously Godzilla. I mean, just look at this guy. You think he stands much of a chance against a Sparrow? It's not happening. Oh, I love this figure so much. Figure's so freaking awesome. Shroom. There's a Shroom. I had 2 tests last week. This week and the next week of 10th grade. I still have time to do this. Cool. What's the Pato? I'm out of the loop. Oh, God. Wow, Beast of the Mesozoic Ceratopsians hit 77K. Awesome. I checked this morning, and I was a little disappointed because it was like at 60-something K last night. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I went to bed at like 2 in the morning. And then I woke up, around 10 in the morning. So I guess it kind of makes sense that it was just under 70K. So, yeah, it's still going up pretty good. Let's hit that goal so we can we can get some more stretch goals, man. We're just going to solve this problem. Who would win, a molecule or Cthulhu? Well, molecules can't be destroyed. Well, actually, atoms can't be destroyed, but molecules can't. Either way, we're going to pretend like they can't, so Cthulhu stands no chance. So not rushing. How is the progress on MI episode 3 and the website? Oh yeah, you weren't here earlier in the stream. So the website will be coming out before episode 3 releases. It's almost done. I just literally have one little page to fix up, and then I just have to do the news section, which will be updating with everything that's new coming to the website and on the show and everything like that. So that's still coming. Right now I've taken a temporary halt off of MI episode 3. So that I can finish the narration for the Edge episode that's going to be released really soon, and the Kiki Quest episode 2, which is all done editing. I just need to narrate it, and so I need to finish those, and so I'm putting them off to the side so I can narrate, or I can finish narrating or writing the script for that Kiki Quest episode and narrate it so I can get those out of the way, and then I'll move back on that. I have 5 days off this week, so yeah, that's it. Sorry I have to talk really fast because I'm trying to catch up with the chat, and I don't want it to go too far ahead of me, and I was catching up on things I already talked about early in the stream. Shroom remembers stupid sauropod in Dinosaur Evolution eating the shrooms. What about Karkar versus Giga? I mean, I know it's a cliche fight, but very close relatives. But seriously, would it be Giga? I feel like Karkar is portrayed as too weak sometimes. I still kind of feel like Giga has way more of a chance. I think Giga's more of in a league of like a real heavy hitter like T-Rex. Like T-Rex, they talk about like giving like being portrayed incorrectly. People give way too much power to T-Rex. I mean, just I can get into it, talk about it. I'll make some video on it at some point. I wanted to start a scientific discussion series or whatever. But anyways, I definitely would be on the side of the Giga standing a better chance because, for one, it's bigger than Carcharodontosaurus by a pretty significant margin. Even though it's only like maybe like 6-7 feet longer, there's a big size volume scale up when you have just that much length added on. And then the fact that Carcharodontosaurus is way more lightly built than Giganotosaurus. It's far more agile, and that's really great. That's something that's really interesting. These things are not designed to battle each other. That's why I think that it's just really unfair to put these animals in these fights. Carcharodontosaurus is really interesting. The fact that it was not really going after big sauropods and stuff like that. It's more after like Ouranosaurs and stuff like that. So you're having that one go after a much more agile prey, just based on its body style. Then you have Giganotosaurus, which is much more sturdy. It's bigger. It's going after bigger things that are slower. I just think it's going to stand a much bigger chance, much better chance against Carcharodontosaurus. If Carcharodontosaurus does have a heightened sense of agility, but that's not going to really play a major factor in a fight like that because of the reason that it's not enough smaller than the Giganotosaurus to have a big significant advantage, because even though it is a little bit faster, it's too big to avoid getting hit by a Giganotosaurus, and so it can't like loop around it and stuff like that. That's why like I think that an Allosaurus would stand a fairly good chance. I still think one-on-one T-Rex would beat an Allosaurus, but an Allosaurus would stand a fairly good chance against a T-Rex because of it's enough of a size decrease that it would be its agility could play a role where it could dodge a T-Rex and get around it and stuff like that. But it's big enough to actually stand enough of a chance at fighting it and doing a significant amount of damage. And so that's kind of my thought process on that. Anyways, let's skip ahead a little bit so we can catch up with the chat here. What if V-Rex met Indominus Rex? I don't think that they would fight. They both are pretty aggressive. I think that they would fight. They're both monsters. Did you know the most popular tier for the bottom Ceratops is the highest one? Really? Well, that's what they say on that thing. I don't know if I fully believe that, but maybe that it's because all of the really big super fans just did it immediately. But I don't know. Maybe it is. Did you actually check like the numbers of how many people are in each tier, or is that just like the most popular? And I don't know. What's the most disappointed you've been in another dino tuber? Why is this a question? Why don't we have to talk about like this kind of negative stuff? Let's just avoid this topic. The Area 51 raid makes me realize how much I want to leave this planet. Same, dude. I'm with you. Let's make a spaceship and just leave. Hearing Giga makes me stressed because I want to play the Isle and like they need to be nerfed. Gigas need to be nerfed? Well, that's kind of nice because T-Rexes are just the most OP thing ever last time I played. I hate the Isle. My favorite kind of plants are the ones that make me moist. Oh, that is too much information, my man. I don't get why people were getting so upset about DI episode season 4 when Darkclaw beat Red Sail. I mean, Spino doesn't have anything on its side weapon-wise except its claws. Its bite can't do much at all. Yeah, I think that I totally get that. I think even Allosaurus would be a pretty formidable threat against the Spinosaurus in a fight. I mean, size is still going to give the Spinosaurus a slight edge, I do think. But Torvosaurus is big enough where I definitely think Torvosaurus is going to have the upper hand in that case. Same with Carcharodontosaurus. I would agree with that. I think that Darkclaw definitely deserved to win that fight. It is the most popular. That is pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Some loyal-ass fans there. Which is more of a Mon Calamari or a Manon? I don't know what either of those are. Moist Mon Calamari or Calamari or Manon? I don't know what you mean there. Kiki is disappointed in me. No, I'm not. Lucky for the Area 51 raid. Gave me perfect way to end the Venomorph series. Most disappointed I was when I saw Gibson uploaded Dinosaur Island Season 1. Oh my god. Season 4, Episode 13 was a pretty big disappointment, but that's probably the most I've ever been disappointed in Gibson. But that's not like a huge disappointment. So saying that that's a big disappointment, the biggest disappointment with him isn't really that bad. Why do you hate the aisle? Oh my God, I'm not answering. No, you know what? I'm taking a stand. I am not answering this again. I am not answering this again. I've said it so many times on streams. I know you've been there when I've said this. I am not saying why I hate the aisle again. How much longer until Safari's 2020 line? My best guess is probably next month is where we're going to start getting reveals and stuff. Because that's when it was last year. I think it was October last year, right? I think so. That's when, like, well, they revealed like certain figures they sent out to Dino Troopers in like July, but they actually like did public reveals of all the rest of the stuff in October, I do believe. So I'd guess next month. I'm also waiting for next month because Godzilla vs. Kong's trailer is most likely coming out then. So heck yeah. Yeah, let's steal a flying saucer and go to a Krallis. Sounds like a plan, right? Kiki, in the future, I'm gonna make sound videos for Beanboy, Car, Gig, and Akroon. I like the name Akroon. Akroon is great. Oh my gosh. I wanna. He's a coconut Akroon. I want to know your thoughts on them when they come out. Well, cool, man. Also, I think Red Sail is kind of overrated, so seeing Darkclaw beat him. I also think Red Sail is a little overrated, to be honest. I'm not super interested in him. I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's really great. I think that he's much more interesting. He's much better in Dinosaur Island Revival. I like him better in Dinosaur Island Revival. I was talking about Star Wars planets. Oh, is that what you're saying? P.S. We love you and your work, Doug Watson, but Forrest Rogers, please come back. This year we would have been light years better with your involvement. I agree. I think that it's just her strong suit is theropods, and I think that she's much better, and I'd much prefer her to make them. Yeah. And I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, as much as I criticize the stuff that Doug Watson's done and how much he like mindlessly defends things that are just clearly wrong, I have a lot of problems with what he's done on Dinosaur Toy Forum. I'm not even going to get started on that. As much as that happens, like he's got a lot of pressure on his plate. Like there's a lot of figures he's got to do. So he's probably a lot of the reasons why he's made a lot of these scientifically inaccurate decisions on his figures because he just doesn't have enough time to research them all. And I can understand that. That's why I think they need more sculptors so they can get all these figures done at a decent pace and stuff. And leave Doug Watson in his element. He's really great at ceratopsians. He's really great at sauropods. Let him do those. Let Forrest Rogers do the other stuff. That's what I'd like to happen, but who knows? Please, I'm a stupid boy. I forgot your channel name once, so I searched Brown Goji. Okay. Fine. I'll do it really quick, just because I like you, though. I don't like the aisle because the devs just keep adding in new dinosaurs and they keep adding in all these new special features to get a bunch of people hyped, but they don't know how to make a game. They've been making this thing for 3 years and they haven't made a freaking video game. I mean, it's still not a video game. It's a simulator. It's a screenshot simulator. It's a fighting simulator. It's stupid fighting at that you just munch into each other. There's nothing special. They do not focus on developing a game. They're focusing on just making a bunch of things that are going to make people pay more money, and it's a piece of crap. The devs don't know what they're doing. There's some great talent in there. There's some fantastic talent in there in the animation department and the model creating department. There's some fantastic, the sound design department. Fantastic talent in there, but whoever's the runner of that thing is an idiot. I'm sorry, and he's an a-hole too. I don't like him. Because the things that he's done to his community, the things he's said to them, he's just a real scumbag. I really don't like that guy at all. So that's why. Are you happy now? I wanted to keep this stream positive, but now you made me rant on a video game that I utterly hate. Thank you. How was King of the Monsters if you watched it? I watched it 5 times in the movie theater. I have it on DVD, and I've watched it twice since then. I watched it once with by myself and with my siblings again, and I watched it with Eric or Dino Man and Bioniclesaurus. We had a movie night recently on Discord where we just watched it. So yeah, that was I've seen it 7 times now, and I love it. It's my favorite Godzilla movie. It's fantastic. I'm gonna not waste money on the aisle. Yeah, I regret paying that much money and spending over 100 hours on that video game. It's a real waste of time. And guys, I like to try to stay positive in this. I'm sorry I have to have this kind of negative attitude, but like, I also want to just, I try to be honest with you guys. I don't want to lie. I don't want to have like this face where I'm just constantly being like positive, like about things that just should not be like allowed. I stand against negative practices, and I want to be honest with you guys. I want to be true to myself. I don't want to be phony. I want to not lie to you guys, and that's why I hate doing that stuff though. So let's now that all of you guys know that I hate the island, why I hate it, let's not bring it up again. Thank you. Dude, as soon as you said you don't like the developer, the stream crashed. Is that really what happened? That's great. I think you're talking about the lead developer, Dondi. He is. And let's, I'm going to remove that comment. Let's not put those kind of bad words in there. I understand I slip up sometimes. I understand you guys slip up sometimes. Let's try to avoid not using really foul language and just like, allow smaller kids to be able to still enjoy this stuff. It's also why another reason why I don't like getting into the negative stuff as much. I want to focus on the positive stuff, but I'm not going to lie to you about the stuff that's not that. What is your favorite color? That's a good question. Cyan/black. I really like black, but black is kind of not a color, and sometimes it's kind of my mood. I really love black. I just think it's a really cool color, and I most of the stuff I get is usually black. I mean, black is a more common color than cyan, but cyan, which is very similar to the color of the wall, it kind of looks more sky blue in the camera, but it's definitely more. There you go. It's more aqua-y. So that's one of my favorite colors, cyan. You can look it up on Google Images. You'll get a lot of pictures of it. It's like a mix between green and blue. I love that color. I'd rather wait to see what Path of Titans has in store. I agree as well, and they're going to have a Tyrannus, which I'm really excited about. They already have a game. From what we've seen, they've already had a game, so I'm really excited for that. I'm going to wait till it comes out to see if it's good, and then maybe I'll buy it if I feel like I'm actually going to end up playing it. If they make a Tyrannus in there and everything's looking good, I think I'm going to need to buy it because I would like to play as a Tyrannus. But we'll see. Anyways, have you seen Kong Skull Island yet? If so, can you give a spoiler-free review? Oh, you haven't seen Kong Skull Island? I've seen it in theaters when it first came out, and if you saw my unboxing video recently, I just finally bought it. I've watched it on DVD a couple times because my brother Kynan owns it. He loves Skull Island. It's like his favorite MonsterVerse film. He loves this new Kong. I love it. I love this movie. No spoilers here. I'm not going to say any spoilers. Very interesting and very unique film. I've never liked King Kong, mostly because it's just kind of like the Godzilla inside of me that was like, I like Godzilla, I gotta hate King Kong. That was just kind of like the stupid mindset I was in when I was younger. But as I got older, I appreciate it more. I'm not a huge fan of the original King Kong. It's not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. But I really appreciate the artistic value of like the 2005 Peter Jackson's Kong. I think it's a wonderfully made movie. I think it's the best King Kong movie true to the original character. It's a fantastic film. Not my favorite thing because it's just King Kong isn't my thing, but I love the artistic value of it. I can really sit there and soak it in and appreciate how well directed and how well done it is. Peter Jackson's an amazing director. This is my favorite Kong though, and this is my favorite Kong movie. Probably because he's most like a Godzilla character, but he's so interesting. They dropped the whole love story thing with Kong, so you don't have to worry about that whole thing. He's much more of a Godzilla-esque character where he's got a big presence to him, but he's not really connected to any one particular human. And it's a fantastic story. I love the human characters. I love the antagonists. The skull crawlers are like these two-legged lizard snake things. They're really awesome. Fantastic movie. Hilarious movie. Action is fantastic. The visuals are fantastic. Kong is fantastic. I've never liked Kong before. I love this Kong. And yeah, so that's my spoiler-free review. Hope that gives you an idea. Eric, let's do another movie night. We'll watch Kong. I just bought this DVD. I haven't used it yet. Let's watch Kong. Watch Kong Skull Island. Spoiler, Kong's in it. That is a big spoiler. I can't believe you just did that. They are both great boys. Can I confirm that there is water in Kong Skull Island? Yes, you can confirm that water is in heckin' movie night. Yes, we will do another movie night. What? Kong's in it? Yeah, Kong's in it. Sorry, man. Making Akroon and water.
Personally, I think the red sale in DIR is worse. Seeing him like a JP3 Spiner reminds me of Vietnam flashbacks. Jokes aside, I think red sale it needs to die in DIR. It would be a fair reality check. I can understand the death thing, like as a reality check, but I love what he did with Red Sail because it twisted his character on his head. It kind of put his it twisted his values in an interesting manner, and it really brought a more interesting story to the character that he didn't have before. So I really like that part. Are we lower people allowed to be in a movie night? What do you mean lower people? There's not like a tier list. I mean, that's not the thing. Dino Man's just my personal friend. I know him very personally. He and I are very good friends. I mean, we've spent hours and hours talking. We know each other very well. I like to spend time with my close friends. Everybody has close friends, right? And the big reason why I don't like do a lot of these things, a lot of people really like ask like, hey, can I do this with you? And it makes me feel bad because I'd really love to be able to do it with everybody. But if I make an exception for like you, Sketchy, then I have to make an exception for everybody because that's how I've learned this lesson from my dad. My dad taught me this lesson a long time ago because my dad was in recruiting at one point in the Navy. He's much higher up in the ranks now. But when he was recruiting in the Navy, he explained to me this once where that he has to be like he's met some genuinely really good people that are trying to get into the Navy, but they would have just one thing. Like there was this one guy who brought a knife to school, and it was a very small knife. He never did anything bad with it. He never had any bad intentions. They just did a random locker check on him. They found the knife. He got in big trouble, right? And that was on his record, and it kept him from going to the Navy. The guy was a great guy. He clearly had no ill intentions. It was one dumb mistake, and my dad could not let him into the Navy. No matter how great the guy is, he could not let him into the Navy because he cannot hold a bias like that. Or he has to be unbiased across the board because he said it to me like if he makes an exception for him, he's got to make an exception for everybody, and you just can't do that. It's just unmanageable. And so, why'd you just spell my name wrong, Eric? Are you doing that on purpose? You're doing that on purpose. You just spelled my name wrong because I'm gonna kick your butt. But yeah, so if I make an exception for one person, then I have to make an exception for everybody. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal. It's not that I dislike any of you guys or anything. I try to spend time with my close friends, and it's not even like there's a one true method of becoming a close friend of mine. It's just a natural thing, and I'm not like trying to exclude anybody by saying no. I'm not going to just constantly hang out and do video calls to everybody. And I used to do that a lot more when I first started on Discord and I did Dino Nation and stuff like that. I used to talk to a lot of people that are really nice people, not people that I'd necessarily call my friends, but they were definitely acquaintances and stuff like that. And I just can't afford to do that all the time anymore. And there's just too many people, and I don't want to make an exception for just one person or anything like that. So I tried to really narrow it down to just my friends that I really hang out with. And yeah, to show how good friends we are. Yeah. Aaron is a really great guy. I love him. Dino Hand. I love you, Eric Bay. Yeah, you're a great man. You're a great man. My dad's in the Army Reserve, so I have been told somewhat similar stories. Yeah, that my dad was in the Navy Reserve. I'll be gone Friday, Area 51 raid. You're gonna get shot. Please don't do it. I know that you're probably joking, but I have to be serious some level because idiots have already been arrested for this stuff, and I don't want people to do it. I don't know if you're actually close to Area 51, if you're actually planning on doing that. So I just have to be sure because I don't know. Come to the moist side. I will be Darth Poseidon, and you will be Darth Neptune. That is interesting. It's meme time, mateys. Naruto running can get past the M16. Yes. They have much worse guns than that. Kaden, Aiden. Area 51 raid is gonna heckin' be brutal. No, it's okay. I won't go. Okay, good. I thought you were joking, but I just have to be sure. I don't like how Jasper died in DIR. It was very unfitting. I mean, Jasper's never been a big character. He's just kind of popular with the fan base because he's got a name and he was a Dinosuchus, and that figure was a popular figure. I don't think it's really that bad. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say before I get going? I kind of want to end the stream now. We've been going for an hour and 24 minutes. Oh, Eric, did you hear that the high tech DLC came out? Look in Discord. I messaged you about it. So True Row. So the Kyles load up on the energy drinks, and someone says the guard's insulting their mom, so they level up. Name a Carnegie figure that you didn't that you liked that you didn't make it into your favorite Carnegie's video. Well, the ones that I really liked that I felt like I wanted to make sure got known were in the honorable mentions video. So I can't really think of any other ones. Not that I really like. There's some that I kind of like. I don't know if I put the Dinosuchus in the honorable mentions one. There's one. The Red Raptor. The old Red Raptor. I don't know if I put that one in the honorable mentions, but that one's one I kind of like. So, oh my god. I get so many messages on Discord all the time. I can't read them all, but I just got a notification and somebody's asking me if I consider them a friend. I hate having these conversations. Like I want to be transparent with you guys, but then I get put in these awkward situations where I just am going to make somebody hurt by saying that, no, you're not a close friend. You know, like it's not even like just like, oh, like, am I a friend but not your best friend? It's like, I just say that anybody who's close to me is my friend. I'm typically a person that doesn't have a lot of friends, but I have really close ones. And then there's a lot of other acquaintances and stuff like that. So YouTube has changed that a little bit. I have some lighter friends that I definitely say are friends, but not like really super close friends. I just got a message from I am the captain now, and he just said, you aren't my friend, and I agree with him. Kiki, check Discord. I sent a sound video you may like that I made. If I have time, I'll check it out. I have to finish up writing narration and stuff right after this, so I have to get off. My favorite Carnegie figure is actually tied between the Carnegie Giganosaurus and the Carnegie 2012 Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus is really good, but the ones on the list that I have are the only ones that I have. Like if the cryo, if I had the cryo, if I had the concavinator, if I had the Dilong, the Bapiosaurus, or the 2012 Brachiosaurus, those are all contenders I could easily see making on my top 10 list if I had them, but I don't have them. So yeah, I only consider ones that I have. I gotta go. I must learn more about the moist side and obtain ultimate moistness. Awesome, Titan of Water. I have to go right here in a second. Anyways, Akroon, I agree. Where is this link? I prefer if people ask. I don't know what this attachment is, but it's not showing me anything. It just shows a bunch of random text in there. We're not going to post links. If you look in the comment section, unless I give you permission, don't put links in the chat. I agree. We need more DN contests. I agree too, but it's just like it's so hard for me to keep them when I'm working on other things. So if there's like a really great, I'm thinking about possibly like promoting some of our like moderators to be able to do things like that. That would be pretty awesome if we could do that, because I know some of our moderators are on there a lot, and so I might be able to make it at some point where a moderator could actually host a contest, or make a role like a contest hoster or something like that, so we could keep contests going, and they could maintain that. Or they'd have to be somebody who's trusted and already a moderator. So yeah, somebody like, I'm thinking like Prehistoric Dinosaur is active on there a lot, so I don't know, but it'd be a big responsibility to do something like that. And he's already saying that he would like to do it. So yeah, it might be something that we do, Prehistoric Dinosaur. We put you in such bad situations. It's painful to watch. Sorry, mate. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I mean, it some of the stuff was awkward. Probably the worst one was just the aisle because it's just so negative, and I didn't want to talk about that. But it's fine. I mean, this is what I got myself into. I've wanted this for a long time. I've wanted to have success on YouTube, and that's just kind of part of the pain that comes with the journey. So yeah, but I love all of you guys. So it's very minor sacrifices that are well worth the reward. I got homework. Okay, bye-bye. I kind of feel bad for David and his videos lately. Guess the creative juices are not flowing for him. I mean, creative juices are not flowing for him, but he's mostly because he's like unmotivated because like he's trying to break out of his review niche. He's trying to do really other creative things, but he's not getting a lot of recognition for it. If you guys haven't checked out Toa, Titans of Akralis, that Spino Dude's making, fantastic series. I've helped him co-write some of the stuff in there. Trust me when I say, if you love Mesozoic Isle, you're going to love Titans of Akralis. It's an amazing series, just like Dinosaur Island and all that stuff. It's in that genre. Go check it out. Go show him some support. Lovely stuff going on over there on his channel. He's a great guy. He definitely deserves more of your guys' support. So if you guys don't know him already or don't check out his stuff, please do. Anyways, I would love to keep talking more and more, but I really have to do more stuff. I have to get that Edge video done for Destin. So I love you all, and we'll see you in the next stream. So have a good night and take care. Bye-bye.